Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Sableassent Tech Tour podcast. We are here with Miss Chanice Reid, our realtor. We thank you all for joining us again. And if it's your first time here, welcome. We're going to get started shortly. You will learn a lot today. I am your host, Marlena Evans. And we have a wonderful show going on today here. So we'll get started shortly. Welcome back.
Welcome to Sableassent. We are a global Black community of businesses, nonprofits, and consumers, exchanging a digital token to empower our community and obliterate poverty. It doesn't matter where you are or what you do, you can transact Sableassent tokens in our global ecosystem and marketplace. In today's global economy, we have moved from a paper society to a digital society. The time is now. Be a part of the new digital world of Sableassent.
And we are back. Hello, everybody. I see you guys now. Welcome back. I'm your host, Marlena D. Evans of the Sableassent Tech Tour podcast. We have Miss Chanice Reid here. We're going to have her introduce herself and let us know a little bit about her. Please make sure you register your Black-owned businesses and nonprofits at www.sableassent.com. So, Miss Chanice Reid, the realtor.
Peace.
Introduce yourself.
Yes, so I am Chanice, your SEI realtor. SEI stands for Spiritual Economic Intelligence, and I bridge that into the real estate industry. What's going on, y'all?
What's up? Thank you. Now, Miss Reid, you are extremely unique in your approach in real estate, okay? You offer clients a value-added package, and you also encourage them to purchase properties that are income producing. So give us some examples of your package, and what does a buyer look for in an investment property to produce income?
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for asking. I come from a customer service background, being in the military, so I'm used to giving, I'm used to sponsorship, I'm used to ensuring that people have what they need, and that's part of my differentiation factor. So a few things that I have is what I looked at was some of the needs in this area. So you do have some people that have issues with credit, right? So I offer 4 different varieties of credit repair options in that buyer's package, and even some sellers as well. So with that, there is a free do-it-yourself, and then other ones for those who don't have the capacity or the time, right, to do it themselves. Then there's the other paid services. Definitely settlement gifts. I love offering settlement gifts at closing, gifts like that. And concierge cleaning services, right? Because not everybody's level of cleaning is the same.
Right.
So, definitely have that there. Because I'm a big part of being a pillar within a community, and relationships is everything to me. I do have it where my customers and clients that work with me, that when we close the deal, they get Ashley Furniture discounts. So they can either, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So you can either get like 20% off your entire purchase or do the 60 months interest free. I also provide a free ebook. So I'm a big on sharpening our minds. That's our greatest tool. Yes. So part of it is, of course, having the financial and economic information, but more so on the not so common ways of flowing our money. So there is a book called Convert Your Debt to Wealth. So I definitely offer that, and that begins to open up the minds, and they get to start being more creative and knowing what other resources available to us when it comes to how we flow our currency.
Yes.
The biggest thing for my clients that I do offer, this is only for clients, not customers, is the Guns and Butter Black Prince Economic and Financial Liberation. So that's about $1,000 value added package that I actually wrap that into a part of their home buyers packages or sellers packages. Yes, ma'am.
I mean, you give so much value. That is
Yes,
wonderful,
ma'am.
ladies and
Mhm.
gentlemen. Look at all of the value she's giving. Now, speaking of producing income,
Yes.
give us some ways to protect our portfolios and keeping our affairs in order.
Yes. So another thing for me, legal, and asset protection. It's
Okay.
huge. When I began studying the wealthy, tax and asset protection is one of the greatest things that I saw that they maximize. That is a part of what they do to invest in themselves to
Mhm.
make sure that they can protect their needs. So what I looked at was everybody can afford the high, retainer fees of some attorneys and things of that nature. Definitely understand that. So what I did look at is doing strategic partnerships with companies that do. And I looked at Legal Shield. So I am a Legal Shield rep as well. So that way I can provide that added service of sharing the services of Legal Shield to say, hey, you may have a situation where you need to have attorney involved, and for $25 to $55 a month, you can have access to an attorney in your wallet. I know
Okay.
I do. So emergency assets, emergency 24/7 emergency access. So even if I get pulled over with an emergency situation, I have my attorneys right there on the line. Also wills, any of your wills, they can write your wills, trust. So that's really important, especially when for me, working with real estate and a lot of our homeowners down here, learning how to start to protect and put your properties in trust, even if you're doing investments, utilizing those assets, things of that nature. So they could do document reviews for you.
Okay.
Um, mhm, all that. CWP, concealed weapons license. So there's protection for us, identity theft, small businesses. I'm actually certified for employees or employers that offer benefit packages.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm just making sure that when I'm within the community, I'm able to say, okay, I have this under my belt. This may be what you guys need, and I can point you in that direction.
Got it. Oh
Yeah.
wow,
Mhm.
that's valuable, and also it's a great way in one package to actually protect your assets and your portfolios, your wills, and things like that. You named so many
Absolutely.
important things, ladies and gentlemen. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What advice would you give a new realtor or real estate agent to help them become successful in the field? I know a lot of our viewers, a lot of them are already in the field, and some people are
Mhm.
just, a lot of people are in their beginning stages though. So give us a few pointers on, how we can become successful in real estate.
Yes, ma'am. I would say starting out, try to have tunnel vision in a sense, not all the new shiny objects, so once you even get your licensing, you pass your national state exam, you want to be interviewing your brokerages. So when you're first starting out, you don't have a lot of transactions, right? So you
Yeah.
want to definitely leverage the power, reach, innovation of your brokerage. Okay.
Okay.
So definitely you're going to be looking at comparing, what's the training that they offer, the technology that they have, their CRM system, leads, right? Are they providing you leads? What's the cut? So you want to definitely know that and compare those, because remember, you're an asset, you're a commodity, you're a free contractor. You get to make the choice of what's going to help you better set up. And then also focus on that lead generation, master that CRM, okay? Yeah,
Okay.
that client relationship management, because once you get that propped up with all the APIs set up, your integration set up, your campaign set up, once you it's going to be challenging in the beginning, learning it and stuff, but take that first month and whatever mentorship program they offer to really hone in on it. Be most cost effective as possible. You don't need to buy a lot of things. So master what you're already paying for in your membership fees, right?
Good
Master
point.
what you're right. You're already paying that. So get the full benefit of what you're already paying for your MLS dues. So what MLS do they offer? Definitely getting to know your market. So pick a area that you want to be your niche to specialize in. because you can master in that main area, that geographical area, or you could try to master a whole bunch of things, but then you're splitting your brain energy. So I would narrow in on what your main focus is going to be for at least that first 6 months to a year. A big thing is knowing your why. Are you doing this to why are you getting into real estate? I'm a huge person. Well, I'll leave it there because I know we got I can get on that soapbox with the internal journey, and it's important to know where we stand inside, so that way we're not trying to walk in somebody else's lane and shoes, and this person is doing that thing, this person is now you're all over the place. Your brain energy is split. So take time in a quiet place.
Like you said, tunnel vision.
Got it. On your vision. Yeah.
Well, that was wonderful advice to all of our up and coming real estate agents and realtors out there. That was wonderful, wonderful advice. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the Sableassent Tech Tour podcast here. We're going to take a small break and be right back.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Stablecoin has taken off, and we are coming to your community. We are partnering with industries, real estate, agriculture, minerals, energy, and many more. Let's get ahead of the trend. Paper money is a thing of the past. The future of money is digital, decentralized, and moving light speed on a blockchain. Sableassent is created to empower consumers, nonprofits, and business owners in a global Black economy. Now is the time when we buy back our communities. Own your currency today at Sableassent.com.
We are back. We are back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sableassent Tech Tour podcast. Make sure you register right now at www.sableassent.com. Your Black-owned businesses and nonprofits. It's very important that we have acceptance here and that you can at least accept your currency for the Black community. We are here with Miss Chanice Reid, and she is giving us valuable nuggets. I mean, I'm just loving our conversation already, and we just had one take. Now, one of my favorite things about you is your knowledge of the importance of blockchain technology and digital assets. Now, please enlighten us on why our community, the Black community, should become educated and familiar with blockchain technology and cryptocurrency.
Absolutely. So the quantum financial system is already in its what I would call the fourth quarter, right? The execution phase. It's been rolled out. The behind the scenes monetary systems globally have been preparing for it for the past, well, it started about 20 years ago, but really taking the initiative since I know of 2015, 2014. So this is the age of Aquarius, which is our age of technology. And this is the way that blockchain is going. So a lot of business, not just financial transactions, are going to be taking place in blockchain. Lawyers are already accepting, like especially in the DC area, they're already accepting payments in blockchain. A lot of home housing transactions are going to be happening in blockchain. The post office,
cryptocurrency, right?
Or blockchain. Crypto. My bad. So using the blockchain technology, but we're also going into the cryptocurrency. So having knowledge in blockchain technology, having knowledge in our different digital assets, that which we call the cryptocurrencies, is definitely imperative as far as having the opportunity, I would say, to be a part of the new elite as we're shifting from fiat to crypto. So when I look at our overall situation, it's like we're still trying to get those boots kind of tied up in a sense. And now it's like now we're going to a whole other another technological era, and it's like that sprint needs to be a whole like catapult at this point. So definitely, and the thing with blockchain and crypto technology is the verbiage, the vocabulary. Like I got accepted into the University of New Hampshire, their blockchain, cryptocurrency, and law program. So I'm doing that.
Congratulations.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You know, and the professor who created that program, it's just excellent with, you know, giving us the history, how it started, where we're at now, and then where we're going. So that's something that's very definitely value added, because I'm always looking at forward thinking and being innovative and how I could bring this information into my local community here, as well as sharing what I'm learning with the global community as well.
And where are you located at? I know where you're located at, but let everybody know where you're located at. I mean, the city, when you say located here, just in case.
Yes, my apologies, you all. I'm actually originally from Newark, New Jersey, Jersey stand up, but here right now in Charleston, South Carolina.
South Carolina. Got it right. All right. Now, SAC1 is a cryptocurrency. It's designed and dedicated to eliminate poverty in our communities worldwide. Now, what is your take on Sableassent? Like, I noticed that you understand and have adopted Sableassent, and we really value that, you know, about you. You know, so why do you think that our communities should own SAC1 and utilize SAC1?
Well, first, I always have to give shout out to you all. As soon as Sableassent was on my radar, I was like, say what now? Hold on now. Because let me go put my little glasses on now. Let me read this. Right? I'm just like, yes, finally, because we may talk about, you know, how we need to keep our money circulating within our communities, right? So we all know what's needed. And then it's like, okay, well, we need to create a process, right? So I'm already on one wavelength. And then when I see Sableassent, that we created our own, not only our local currency, right? Because the past 10 years, I've been looking at regional currencies that's created, like the Berkshires and the Berkshire region of Massachusetts. And now I see we actually have a global currency. So now when you look at, like, for me, I see us as a global people. We are the original people of the earth. So when I look at the fact that we have a coin that we can now circulate to transact our businesses, that empowers us economically. It's going to allow us to remain extremely solvent. And that shifts the economic platform for us being in this kind of lower class. We're just asking for handouts, to being able to be self-sufficient, practice self-preservation, utilize our own currency, which is the stable coin, and just truly maximize our communities globally and supporting our businesses. So you're finally practicing, like, entering to the race of power and resources, and that's a powerful resource right there.
What she said, ladies and gentlemen, what she said right there. But that's
We're
wonderful.
finally getting in the race right now.
There you go. And it's all about us becoming self-sufficient. We will no longer be for sale, as the CEO and founder always say. We are not for sale anymore. We have our own currency. We're going to utilize our currency in our communities. We're going to eliminate poverty. We're going to stop giving 15 cents to our people in Africa and 15 cents to our people in Jamaica. They deserve to make the same amount of money that everybody is making. We're going to establish value in our community. So we're really excited about it. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Get pumped up. I'm trying to be calm. I don't want to get pumped up like we winning the basketball championship in here.
It's your show today.
This is exciting. Yeah. I get excited.
We are going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Welcome to Sableassent. We are a global Black community of businesses, nonprofits, and consumers, exchanging a digital token to empower our community and obliterate poverty. It doesn't matter where you are or what you do, you can transact Sableassent tokens in our global ecosystem and marketplace. In today's global economy, we have moved from a paper society to a digital society. The time is now. Be a part of the new digital world of Sableassent.
And we are back. I am here with a very special guest, Miss Chanice Reid. I am your host, Marlena Evans. We are live here in Miami, Florida, and also South Carolina. Making connections here. Yes. Originally from Jersey, originally from Detroit. Make sure you go and register your Black-owned businesses at www.sableassent.com. Completely at no cost. It's all about acceptance. It's all about us transacting amongst each other. So make sure you go and do that. Your Black-owned businesses and nonprofits. Now, Miss Reid, you were in the military. You mentioned earlier you were in the military. Now, and I see you're doing several wonderful things in your community. You're doing several things in your career. Now, give us some ways you feel the military, or do you feel that in some ways that the military has added to your life? Do you utilize anything they taught you today in today's society?
Yes, so been in the military 15 years. Was active, reserve, and guard. So I've served in all three components and 3 different career fields.
Okay.
So I'm actually currently reserve right now. I definitely said yes to self last year and curtailed my active duty orders and said I'm going to go walk in my Dharma right now. So within my community, I am a part of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Task Force. So our local realtor association, with everything that was going on over the summer, you know, they looked at, as well as many other organizations, looked at, you know, how can we, you know, provide support. So we instituted the task force. So that's still in its process of, you know, being created, building a foundation and things of that nature. What I do, though, is carry some of my outside business acumen, my world life experience, my past experiences, and present, and I bridge that into the Air Force, as well as I take from the Air Force the opportunity that I got to learn how to process and improvement. So I realized that I'm definitely a geek. I love my green belt. I love my Six Sigma. I love, you know, putting things together and creating solutions and stuff like that. So they gave me a lot of opportunities to build programs. I got to, again, you know, work with President Barack Obama's inauguration. I got to work like some big key items and do like, you know, incentive bonus investigations and stuff like that. So that experience is what now I could cross function, you know, when I'm doing processes for real estate, and then when I'm pulling world experience, like what I learned from wealth managers and PhD economists, and then I bring those concepts into the military. So it's pretty much called like we're called citizen airmen when we're in the reserve, and if you maximize it properly, you could definitely get your return on your investment if you have a great citizen airman. For all y'all commanders out there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're happy now. That's great. I'm glad that the military has added value in your life, and for anybody who is thinking of going, I've had other members of the military, and I can see that you all have a certain discipline and you all have a certain success rate as well. So I love to learn about the positivity about being in the military or joining as well. So that's wonderful. Now, I have you quoted stating Blacks need to be involved in politics. Okay. Yes. Why do you feel that way? And give us some ways that you are like active in, well, you kind of already talked about you being active in the community, but why do you feel that Blacks should be involved in politics?
Excuse me. So as melanated people, me, I would say you need to be a part of your own process. Your silence can be consent for whatever a minority group of people decide they want to do with you. For me, again, taken from how do I investigate, how do I dig down into things, I look at source documents, right? So within the anytime I base my argument off of something, I'm looking at, okay, what's the source document? So what does the Declaration of Independence say? What kind of government am I guaranteed, really? What are my duties and responsibilities if things become too much tyranny within our governments, if we're being sold out and all of these things, how are we aware of it? And then what's the process to actually create change and to do things about it? So when I carry that over into local politics, this is your community. You get to be creators, you get to be producers. You don't have to just be takers. You could declare, demand, and determine what it is you want. And then when you start operating with that mindset and that authority, then you know that you could say, hey, state rep, you're supposed to be covering our area of responsibility. This is what the issues that are going on. This is what we want. This is the process to fix it. And you need to fix it. And if you don't, then we need to replace you. So you have to understand that people in government, these reps, they are there to serve you and protect you and what you need in your community. So you have to start being active and understanding what is it that you need, solutions, innovative ideas that you want to present, and start tapping into your state reps. They all have Twitter. They're on Twitter. They're on your Facebook channel, Facebook pages, and things of that nature. What I'm doing, I started getting involved with Andrew Yang's campaign. That's what actually got me up out the house, and I'm out here within the community. I'm part of the Yang Gang down here in the Charleston headquarters office.
Right, shout out to
them. Absolutely. And so that kind of reignited that already pilot light that I have inside, but it was just kind of remaining a bit dormant. So that reignited it. And then continuing forward, as I'm involved as a realtor, my role is I take it a personal role as far as being a community pillar. So I'm more interested in the economics and politics that happen, because your community planning, anything that's going on the next 20 years to plan for your community, where they plan on, like, for example, out here, we have an area that they're looking at widening a highway, which is going to infringe on the lands of a lot of Geechee and Gullah people's property, which are a lot of Native people in this land, and it's heirs property. So having realtors that understand that and know the resources to go to help these families is important, but they have to be present in those town hall meetings to say yay or nay, to use your voice. So if you're not utilizing your voice, that First Amendment right, and then knowing how to do processes and petition for bills and things of that nature, then you're going to keep marching, but you're marching against something that you don't like, but you could actually focus your energy on learning a process to how to execute the things that you do want. And that's utilizing your reps and getting them out of there if they're not doing what you need. But you have to know what you need in the processes first.
We have to know, and like you said, we do have the power to, we need to utilize our power. And also, I like that you're talking about reps. It's not just about the president of the United States. You're talking about people who is running your state, your city. How do you access those people? She let us know. You got Facebook, you got Twitter, you have town meetings. We need to show up there. We need to, like you said, see what the Constitution says. See, there are certain things you gave really good advice. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, right. We do need to know what's going on in our communities and be involved in politics, because it will gain us power. So that's wonderful. Now,
I'll add one more thing to that, because what I offered to one of my state reps is, what can I do for you? What policies are you guys working on within that affects my industry that you may need my help? So you could definitely offer your time to help your state reps too.
Absolutely. Yes, we need to be in assistance and come together as well. I understand. Now, give us your perspective on economics and creating an economy and how it will assist in generational wealth,
Yes. I'll try to put this in a nutshell as possible. All right.
Take your time. It's your show.
I can take my time. All right. Let me go ahead and stretch my little toes out. Okay. So any business that's created, its success is going to determine how it shows up for that community. Does this community support, have a need, a demand for that service that business is providing, right? Okay. Of course, we know our businesses are shifting drastically. The new norm that we're all getting used to is going to be a lot more home-based businesses, because hundreds of thousands of our jobs in service-based industries are going to be automated and AI'd out, basically. All right. So how do you create a successful local? I'm about local living economies. So I got the concept from the Berkshire region. I mentioned them in Massachusetts. They actually have their own regional currency, and it's a couple of them out there. I don't know how successful the other ones are, because my main focus was the model that the Berkshire had. Okay. And so what we do have is a bank that does time for time, that it implements the old school barter system. So their regional currency, the Berkshires, is traded against the greenback 95 cents to the dollar. And that region, they all convert their dollars into their Berkshires, and that's what circulate amongst the businesses within that community. Okay. They also say, okay, not everything has to be an exchange of this currency, this paper money, right? We can do service for service and time for time. So bringing back that holistic way of just, hey, you're a lawyer, I need my house landscaped, you need some contracts written, let's exchange services and time and stuff like that.
Love it.
So it's a mixture of that. Now going forward, me reading Andrew Yang's book, he brought up a very good point. His book is called The War on Normal People, right? Okay. And so he brought up a concept. I love Humanity Forward, and about creating a more human-centric form of capitalism. One thing I noticed before is what's not calculated in our gross domestic product is our quality of life. The American quality of life has definitely, while the technology may be good, is it really good for us? So look at our healthcare, look at our food service, look at, all of those things. So being able to look at, okay, are we making decisions that's going to allow us to thrive as humans? So before us making it that our only existence on this earth is to just work a job and stuff like that. No, that's a construct that was created, but that's not our ultimate goal of our experience here on earth. So when I look first as just us as human beings, yes, then let's make decisions that's going to allow us to do that. So when I look at a high quality of life, a self-sustaining local living economy, then I want to ensure that if we're going to be doing automation and AI, then let them do the jobs for us so we can enjoy a better quality of life, and we leverage that. Create a currency that's going to circulate within our communities, support our local businesses and one another, and then that allows us to have a more thriving, self-sustaining type of communal experience. Another big thing is not everything. So say we have what's called when we give to one another, and we're there just to help each other out. What Andrew Yang termed was called digital social credits. And I really like this, because just being a good Samaritan, just being a good person, hey, you need some help in your yard, I'm going to go help Miss Agnes in her yard, right? The younger guys, they go and help her out. Well, now you just earn digital social credits, and you can exchange that digital social credits for goods and economic services and stuff like that. So it's allowing these more innovative ways and ways of thinking that's going to help cater us going. I'm looking 10 years into the future. Like a 4-year term is not enough. They playing games, but the decisions that's being made right now, and especially with the quantum financial system, is going to take us beyond the 10 years. So so that's why it's like when I'm looking at the economy and local living, I'm looking at this onion layer, but I'm also looking at it going forward. So those are some key elements to what we can do
in our economy. And like you said, you can utilize, you said Berkshire, how do you say it? Berkshire, which is kind of like exchanging what you can offer me for what I can offer you. You have SAC1, which is, your currency that's circulating amongst, our Black community. So it's several solutions out here in the world to build our economy. So it's those were also wonderful examples that you gave. And I just thank you so much. This was wonderful having you as usual.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to know how we can get in contact with you, and also where else can you sell real estate as well. I know you don't have to just do South Carolina. Name the other states that you can actually,
right.
work.
So and let me add this because you mentioned it, the stable coin. So that local living economy, yes. So the old days with the paper currency is one thing, but that going fiat to crypto is why that Sableassent, that's going to add right into creating more robust local living economies, especially for those of the melanated diaspora, the African diaspora.
That's
And so, yes, ways that you can reach me. I am licensed here in South Carolina, have reciprocity with Georgia. Also,
right.
though, because of the reach of, I have a referral network, I can reach all 50 states and the 36 countries or so that Keller Williams is. I am with Keller Williams Brokerage, so I
All
get to
right.
leverage that. Yes, ma'am. And the way that I do that is by connecting you all. I can refer you to other agents in the other countries. I still provide home buyer, home seller workshops, basically to inform you about the process. And then if you're looking to buy, because I am a military relations professional, I deal with a lot of people who's moving back and forth and through time zones. So if I know that my people are going to be moving to Hawaii, I'm going to reach out to that out there and connect them with some people that can really service their needs, stuff like that.
So you can service in all 50 states, all
All 50
countries,
states.
wherever Keller Williams is, she can make sure you all are taken care of. How can we get in contact with you?
Yes. So my number is 843-804-7696. I can be reached at cmreid@kw.com. That's cmreid@kw.com. I'm also on Facebook at Sha the SEI Realtor. That is CHATHESEI Realtor. So I'm Sha the SEI Realtor on Facebook, Sha the SEI on Instagram. And you can catch me on YouTube. Just look up Chanice M. Reid, Realtor, and
Yeah.
I'm there. Yes, yes, yes.
She has a wonderful YouTube channel as well, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go and subscribe to her YouTube channel. If you're watching us on YouTube right now, subscribe or go to Sableassent and subscribe as well. We thank you. This was a ball of fun.
Yes.
We appreciate your time. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next Wednesday, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time. You know, we always gonna be here for you all, learning and growing and just helping each other. This is what it's about, highlighting the wonderful, wonderful Black minds that's in the world that is taking their time out. This is a very busy woman, so we appreciate her time and we just thank you. And we will see you all next week. Make sure you all register at www.sableassent.com. Remember that SAC1 is available at P2P b2b.io. It is still available for purchase there. And we thank you so much, and we will see you next Wednesday.
Thank you, dear. Have a good one.
Thank you so much for joining us.
All right. So here are our issues. I shouldn't say problem. I like the word issues because my mom and dad always said issues can be solved with either time or money. Problems cannot be solved with time or money. Problems are things like, I got cancer, right? I need to get my leg chopped off. But issues are things that can be solved with time or money. So these are issues, unfortunately, that have plagued our community for hundreds of years. Number one, we have the highest number of unbanked people. Basically means, now we're not talking about the United States only. Everything that we talk about on this call today affects a population of 1.4 to 1.5 billion Blacks worldwide, okay? Yes, the majority of us are in America, but we have people on this line now from Haiti. I'm already looking Haiti, Nigeria, Ghana. I see Jamaica here. I see Manchester. I see UK. I see many countries of people on this phone right now. So what you're about to see, guys, is representing 1.5 billion people. Secondly, we have the lowest level of capitalization. That means that we have the lowest level of dollars going actually into our businesses. Okay, the statistic is less than 0.5% of any VC, seed funding, venture capital, banking, any dollars go into any women-owned or Black-owned businesses. Okay, the money's there; they're just not giving it to us. Okay, and lastly, the next thing is circulation, okay? There's probably some Black Wall Street members on the call here today. So you understand the currency circulation model, right? 6 hours is the number that the Black community states that the dollars circulate through our community, right? And then lastly, this one is very dear to my heart. It is the limitations on the opportunities for us to connect globally in finance and business relations. Okay, they are restricting us at a higher level from connecting with each other. Okay, and this system that you're about to see solves all these issues. Okay,